Hi everyone, me again from sunny Paulding County, Georgia. Just turned off the Cartersville Highway onto Braswell Mountain Road. We've been on this road together before. It's one of my favorite roads within 45 minutes of the house. It's not really much else between here and there that's really worth riding. But this is a really nice road, lots of woods, some farms, some nice houses. But really worth riding. As you can see, I got a little buddy here with me today. His name is Diego. My lovely wife, who is actually on a plane going to San Diego today, found him wandering around the airport, and got to talking to him and mentioned our friend Steve, who rides with us every now and then. And turns out that Diego here and Steve are cousins, about 20 times removed. So we invited him to come spend some time with us, and Steve was telling him how much fun it was to ride on the motorcycle, so he decided to come along with me today. Steve is getting pretty jaded. He really pretty much just likes to ride on the Spider now. It's all strapped into the back seat, nice and comfy, where he can nap and enjoy the view and not be bothered with holding on. And as you can see, I've got Diego here firmly strapped into my mirror mount, so I don't think he's going anywhere. If you're wondering what kind of sloth he is actually a three-toed sloth variety. As you can see by the three. In fact, his street name is Trey, but he is what's known as a pocket sloth, which means that's as big as he'll ever get. And what you can do, he likes to ride around in your front shirt pocket when you go out and going around. And a very sociable little sloth, pretty much an upright sloth. He's not really much for upside down stuff. So. But anyway, he doesn't talk a whole lot. He doesn't know a lot of English yet. We're going to work on it. So anyway, it's a beautiful day out here today in Georgia. It's probably in the 60s still right now. It's supposed to hit 70 sometime today, and not too many days after the first of the year. I think this is maybe I don't know what the date is, 6th, 7th, something like that. It's a Monday, and we have had weeks and weeks and weeks of rain here in Georgia and really all across the southeast. And if you go over to this little bit of grass on the side of the road and step on it, it would squish. It'd be like stepping on a wet sponge. There's that much water has fallen down on Georgia in this area in the last few weeks. Even when we went to North Carolina over the holidays, it rained and rained and rained there as well. So got to see most of the family over the Thanksgiving / Christmas / New Year's Day holidays. I don't think we missed anybody except the ones out in Texas, and we don't get to see them but about once a year anyway. So maybe this spring they'll come visit us. Don't really have a lot to talk about. Not a lot's been going on. We've had a typical holiday season. We've had good things happen. We've had bad things happen. We've had really great food. Haven't had any bad food. We had really great food. Ate way too much. Probably put on a pound or two, which I'd like to get back off again. But when you're in between pant sizes, that's the worst part to be. Now, for guys, it's not too bad because, we can kind of get that little muffin top going and roll it over the top, and it doesn't look all that good, but hey, that way you can keep wearing those 34-inch waist pants you used to have. And I'm stuck in between the 34s and the 36s, so 36s are really comfortable. That's what I'm wearing now, but I really ought to get back into those 34s. That's my goal, at least. And I can wear them, I just look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. But anyway, get away from that. Speaking of food, which I kind of indirectly did, had an interesting experience. I decided I would, since the wife is off flying around, I decided I would go get a burger over at the Burger King. And it's not too far from the house. I had to get some gas anyway. And I went up to the drive-in, and I couldn't see around the side of the building, but I know there were at least 4 cars in front of me. And finally the last car gets up to order, and he goes on, and I couldn't hear much about what they were saying, even though my window was down. But I got up and I said, okay, I want to get a number 6, and that's I think it was a number 6, is a spicy chicken sandwich, something new they have, and fries and a big Coke. And they said, okay, pull on around. Pulled on around. There was not a soul there. Every one of those cars was gone. And all I can think of was they ran out of something that everybody wanted. But I pulled on up. A nice gentleman took my money, handed me a big drink and handed me a bag, and I said, okay, thank you, and so off I went. And you know, you really ought to stop and check, but I didn't. I just went on home to the house, got out. Turned out it was a Whopper with all the fixings on it, which was my second choice, so it wasn't really going to be a problem. But all I can guess is that they were out of chicken. But I've never had that happen where all the people in front of me just pulled out and went on and just left, you know, from the drive-through. That was kind of cool. But got to met up with some good friends of ours yesterday. Met up with Alan and Deborah. He's a spider rider and lives out in Paulding County, out in this area. And he and I have ridden on this road before. He had a little bit of a mishap over the holidays. He had a ladder come out from under him while he was up on his roof and banged up his knee pretty bad. He's going to have to go to the doctor and see if they can't see what's wrong with it. He's wasn't able to walk on it much, and when we met him, they had to drive. He couldn't ride, even though yesterday was really the first good day to ride we've had in weeks. But hopefully he's feeling better. I wish him well. And always good to see the two of them. We've been to Maggie Valley together, and we've ridden around a lot in the mountains, and just a real fine couple. Pretty close to our age. They're a little younger than we are, but that's okay. We can get along with kids. Anyway, we've been, like I said, we got to ride a little bit yesterday. We just really rode to Dallas and rode back, and we had agreed we were going to meet at a Zaxby's. I don't know if you know what a Zaxby's is. It's just a, you know, high-class chicken place where chicken sandwiches where they charge you a whole lot for a chicken sandwich. And we got there, and we couldn't even get in the door. There were no seats left. The parking lot was completely full. In fact, Susan and I had to share a parking lot just when we got there. So we packed it all up and headed over to one of my least favorite places, which is Hardee's. And I don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against Hardee's food. The food I got was excellent. The trouble I have with Hardee's is that you can't be in a hurry. We went and ordered. They gave us these little numbered things to put on the end of the table where we were sitting, and I'd say it was probably a good 10 minutes between the time we ordered and paid and sat down. In fact, I had to go get a drink refill before they even called for the food. That's how long it took. But anyway, the food was really good, and the best part was, I think we were the only people in the place. After a little bit after 1 o'clock, by 2 o'clock, which we were there till at least 2, just talking, we were the only people in the place. So it was a real nice place to come. It's in Dallas. It's the Hardee's. It's on the old highway. I highly recommend it for any groups that want to get together. You'll have the place all to yourself. Just figure on the service is going to be kind of slow. That's all right. You got to have a trade-off every now and then. Well, if you've been able to look at what's going on around us instead of listen to what I've been saying, you see what a pretty place this is. It's mostly just woods. Like I said, there are a few homes out here, a few little neighborhoods. It is called Braswell Mountain Rd, and we will be coming into Braswell Mountain at some point. But really nice. I'll end the road and the video down at the big ranch, or whatever you want to call it, the multi-million-dollar ranch down at the bottom of the mountain. And because everything from then on is just pretty much what you can see about anywhere, pretty much kind of like this, which is mostly, you know, just regular everything roads. But we're gonna hit some really nice bits of road going down this little, after we go through here. This is actually Braswell Mountain right here at the top. You're looking at it. This is it. Got a couple of buildings. I don't know what you got. Got a church here, police department, a few other things. And now you're leaving Braswell Mountain. So it's a real nice little place. Don't even have a stop sign coming this way. So anyway, it'd be a nice place to live if you didn't have to work, because it's nice and quiet out here, and there's some nice riding. Got a lot of nice sweepers, and nothing really technical, nothing tough. Some of the crotch rocket guys come through here every now and then. They really like it. They can run pretty quick. But as for me, I don't. I just putt around. So as it is, I'm going faster than I'm supposed to. But really nice area. We do love to ride it. We're really looking forward to having a great year riding. I hope we'll get to see some of you guys that are not too far away from us. Don't know what, if any, meetups we're going to get to this year. We're having more and more trouble scheduling our meetups along with our family pressures and Susan's work schedule. Now, I would have to laugh. I really should laugh when I say her work schedule. She's working all of 7 days in January, and that's with no vacation time. Man, when you work for Delta and you get up into those senior years with them, you pretty much get to do what you want. And she easily makes more than I ever did in a year, just working a few days a week. I work 6 days a week, so shows you which one of the two of us is the smart one. I haven't never claimed to be the smart one. I'm the pretty one. Anyway, we love to get out and ride. She would love to be here with me today, but of course, like I said, she's got to go out and make some money so she can keep me in the style to which I've become accustomed. Not that this old bird and I that I'm riding on, this old V-Star, costs a lot of money, but you know, that's what she's got to do. It's her job. Alrighty, well, I hope you've enjoyed Braswell Mountain Road. We're reaching the end. This black fence is an indication we've come up on this multi-million-dollar area. And I'll just pull over here to this little spot and let you get a look down the valley. I think I've done this before. See if you can see down that way. And that tree's in the way a little bit, but that's the big house way down there. It's got a beautiful stream through here. Every bit of this is fenced off. I think he might have some cows. You can't see it very well. There's a light blue building down there. There's a backhoe excavator, and over the top of that is that big blue building. I believe it's his barn. I think he's got horses. I have a sneaking suspicion that he has an airfield out here and that he's got an airplane, but I have not seen any evidence of it. I don't know, maybe I'm wishful thinking. But by the way, he doesn't own just this side. He owns that side over there too. And that's what I mean by it's got to be multi-million-dollar property. But anyway, well, I hope you've enjoyed the ride. I know I've enjoyed it, and I got to pack up and head on back to the house now. Got to go pick up my lovely lady at the airport at some point. So, hope everybody has a great day, and if you can, get out and ride if you get a pretty day. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.